We start off today's wrestling news and rumors video with a pretty funny bit of news regarding something that had occurred last night on Monday Night Raw, during Charlotte Flair's and Nia Jax's singles match. For those of you unaware, near the end of this match against Nia Jax, when Charlotte Flair had kicked out of a near fall, the screen blacked out as Charlotte had a bit of a slip that was immediately caught by backstage officials, hence why the screen blacked out for a split second. Vince McMahon was reportedly angry after the slip had occurred, with one source mentioning that Vince wasn't sure if the WWE's camera crew went to the black screen in time to save the company and Charlotte Flair from a bit of embarrassment, but thankfully things were timed perfectly by WWE, and the slip wasn't too noticeable, and the match between Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair proceeded as though nothing had happened. The WWE certainly left things on a huge cliffhanger last night on Monday Night Raw, with the show ending with Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss having a shocking confrontation. It's clear that this Randy Orton, Fiend Bray Wyatt, and Alexa Bliss storyline has truly been carrying the WWE's Raw brand throughout the past several months, with it clearly being the most interesting feud on the show. And while some fans were concerned as to whether or not the Fiend Bray Wyatt is no more following TLC 2020, if some new rumors prove to be true, the WWE have confirmed that The Fiend will in fact be returning to WWE, with one of these rumors revealing that WWE's plan is to have Randy Orton face off against The Fiend Bray Wyatt at the 2021 Royal Rumble event, in another gimmick match of sorts. It's evident that this feud between Randy Orton and The Fiend is far from being over, and fans should expect The Fiend to somehow overcome Randy Orton at the 2021 Royal Rumble during their next match. Let us know your thoughts on WWE planning another big match between Randy Orton and The Fiend at the Royal Rumble next year. And when The Fiend does return, do you think he should come back the same as before, or transform into an even more intimidating monster after what had occurred at TLC 2020? As we will get into our main story shortly, Drew McIntyre's reign as the WWE Champion may be coming to an abrupt end very soon. But in the meantime, Drew is still the reigning WWE Champion over on Monday Night Raw, and he certainly still has a target on his back right now. Earlier today, Bobby Lashley of The Hurt Business has officially sent a warning to WWE Champion Drew McIntyre on Twitter, with Bobby Lashley stating the following message: "The only title that's eluded me my entire career is the WWE Championship. Next time I have an opportunity to get a shot at Drew McIntyre, I won't miss. I'm officially entering the Royal Rumble, and the Hurt will follow." While it's unlikely that Bobby Lashley will be winning the men's 2021 Royal Rumble match, we have been told that Bobby Lashley could very well be getting another opportunity at the WWE Championship sometime in the new year, although it likely will not be Drew McIntyre who Lashley tries to win the title from, if new shocking backstage rumors prove to be true. As most of you are likely aware, The Miz seemingly lost his Money in the Bank briefcase at the TLC 2020 pay-per-view event after a failed cash-in attempt on Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles midway through their title match. But many intuitive fans quickly noticed something that could present WWE with a bit of a loophole for The Miz to regain his Money in the Bank briefcase, as The Miz has continuously argued that it was John Morrison who cashed in the briefcase and not The Miz himself, thus making it an invalid cash-in. On last night's edition of Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce agreed with The Miz that it was not a legit cash-in at TLC 2020, and that The Miz is now officially Mr. Money in the Bank once again, with Miz closing out the year still with a golden opportunity at the WWE Championship. Clearly, there may still be plans of The Miz cashing in the briefcase successfully now that he does have the Money in the Bank back in his possession. And as we will discuss next, this is a very real possibility to start off the new year on Monday Night Raw in a very big and monumental way. We now have our main story featured in this video, and it is regarding the new rumors going around that Drew McIntyre's reign as the WWE Champion may be coming to an end as early as next week's episode of Monday Night Raw, which is being marketed as Raw's Legends Night. As most of you are likely aware, last night on Raw, Keith Lee defeated Sheamus for an opportunity at Drew McIntyre's WWE title next week on Raw. And while Drew has been doing a great job as the WWE Champion recently, if new shocking backstage rumors are true, Vince McMahon may in fact be planning a shock title change on next week's first Raw episode of 2021. With the ratings and viewership for Monday Night Raw recently hitting all-time lows, Vince is reportedly more open to having some shocking moments occur on Raw episodes to try and boost the ratings. And apparently WWE are considering having Keith Lee shock the world by winning the WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre on Raw next week, with Sheamus interfering in the match and turning heel, thus costing McIntyre the championship, which would then set up a non-title match between McIntyre and Sheamus at the 2021 Royal Rumble event, and also have a brand new WWE Champion in Keith Lee, although we should definitely note that it's highly possible that immediately after Keith Lee wins the WWE title, The Miz will cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase and put an immediate halt to Keith Lee's title reign.